So I am finally able to get on a bucket list trip in May of 2026, and that's going to be a river cruise. And so I wanted to spend some time talking about a European river cruise because it's becoming more and more popular, and I have a lot more clients asking me questions about river cruises because a lot of my clients want to know more about it and they want to know whether or not it's worth it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about all the facts that you need to know about a European river cruise because it might be something that you didn't know you actually wanted. European river cruises are exactly what they are. You're going to go on a cruise ship on a European river. It's not an ocean cruise. So your cruise ship is a heck of a lot smaller. I don't want you to think of these large, huge behemoths of the seas that are these, ocean cruise ships. That's not what this is. Actually, we're talking about a very long ship, very small. Remember, it's going in a river, so it has to fit down these narrow waterways. So a lot less people are on this ship. It doesn't have all these bells and whistles. There's not going to be, water slides and zip lining and things like that on these ships. But what these ships can do is they can bank along these European rivers, which gives you an uninterrupted 24/7 view of the European countryside. And that's the appeal. These European river cruises sail down iconic rivers like the Rhine and the Danube River, and you literally get to see the most picturesque, I'm talking like fairy tale views out your window on your balcony every single day. Think of every fairy tale you've ever imagined in your head and imagine those castles on top of cliffs surrounded by this beautiful European countryside. It looks like it's from a book, right? It looks like something from a million years ago. That's what you're going to see on one of these river cruises. It's absolutely fantastic. Plus, they're expanding because of the popularity of river cruises. You have more river cruises going up and down the Nile River in Egypt. There's more ships going into Asia, into Africa, even South America. So you're getting the ability to go into these places that are otherwise inaccessible just because you are on one of these river cruises. So it's kind of like an amazing way to get everything you want in a European trip in just one shot. So I'm going to focus on the European river cruises for this one because this is the one that's growing in popularity. Usually the cruise ports for the river cruises are like Budapest, Prague. You'll have some maybe in France even. One of the things you'll have to do is keep in mind that you have to fly into one of these areas to get onto one of these ships. The ships themselves are smaller, so they do sell out quickly. So most of these cruise lines that do river cruises, they actually have itineraries years in advance already scheduled so that you can plan accordingly. Now, the best thing about, in my opinion, the river cruises that makes it separate from like a regular ocean cruise is that because they're smaller, you're not going to a buffet. You're going to a fine dining experience for all your meals. Each of the meals is catered to the location that you're traveling to. So as you're traveling down the river to the different countries, the cuisine changes to reflect the areas that you are traveling in. So it's just kind of like, wow, that's really cool. And you get that fine dining experience. You get a personalized waiter. They're taking your order. It's not just kind of like, here, go pick out a chicken finger and french fries. You're going to get fine dining, and they pair it really, really well with some fine wines and alcoholic beverages, especially ones that are native to that region. The other thing is about these river cruises is that the climate in Europe is usually a little less hectic than it is over in the States. So these river cruises can sail pretty much throughout the whole year. You are going to get that beautiful fall scenery if you go in the fall months. You can even travel in the winter months. They have Christmas cruises where you can actually visit some of the European Christmas marts. Those sell out super fast. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to get on that right away. The other thing I like about these river cruises is that it depends on the brand that you go with, but some of them actually have a lot of the fees and extras included in the price. For example, one of my favorite river cruise lines is Ama Waterways. All your tours and excursions, maybe 3 up to 5 in each port, are included in your fee. All your transfer fees, they'll pick you up right at the airport. You're gonna have somebody with a sign with your name on it, picking you up at the airport and taking you to the ship. That's included as well as that upscale fine dining kind of situation that we were talking about earlier. So it's kind of like you get everything included in your price. It's that all-inclusiveness that makes it a big sell for me. The other thing I want to kind of like nip in the bud right now is that just because it's a smaller ship doesn't mean you're going to get seasick. As a matter of fact, one of the things I like about the river cruises, unlike the ocean cruises, I mean, things happen, but for the most part, these rivers are pretty calm water. And these ships go along that water pretty seamlessly. So getting seasick more than likely isn't going to happen on one of those river cruises. I also like the vibe of the rooms. The cabins on these ships are not like your traditional ocean cruise. It's a little bit more roomy. It kind of gives that boutique vibe, like if you're staying at a boutique hotel as opposed to a standard hotel room. And I love that. And if you get the one with the walkout balcony, I could sit out there 24/7 and just take in those views. And by the way, I put in a full fact sheet about river cruises right underneath this video. Things to pack, some things about language and currency and everything like that. You'll find the link to that post right underneath this video. So the best time to go, in my opinion, for a river cruise is going to be in the spring or the fall. I think the summer months are very crowded. I also think that you're competing with the rest of Europe going on vacation in the summer. So I prefer if you went in the spring or the fall to kind of avoid that extra crowd. Plus, the views are just even that much more breathtaking when you have that fresh blush of spring or that transition into fall. Just look at these videos. The most popular river cruise destinations are Amsterdam, Budapest, Vienna, and Paris. The 2 most popular ones are the cruises on the Rhine River and the Danube. And by the way, I have a fabulous group going in May of 2026. So if this is something that you want to go on, you need to click the link below and get more information. And obviously, if you want to chat about river cruises, I'm here.